Hear this message, woman of purpose. There is a moving in the spirit world concerning your life. Heaven has already arranged a meeting just for you. Someone is being made ready right now, and they are the answer to a time in your life that you didn't even know was ending. But here is the secret. Before this person shows up, God will first bring you to a place where you no longer require them to appear. This is because the person who changes everything never arrives to fill your emptiness. They come to confirm that you are already complete. You see, God will never give his valuable gift to a heart that is still desperate for approval. When you are still trying to prove your own worth, having another person around becomes a distraction, not a part of your true path. The Father waits until your identity is no longer linked to attention, praise, or needing someone else. He waits until you can offer love from a place of having plenty, not from a place of being without. That's when he says, now she is ready. The true change begins when you can stand on your own and still feel whole. That is when you start carrying yourself like royalty, graceful, steady, and guided. You begin to live with a quiet power that tells the world, I'm not waiting to be picked. I was chosen before I was even born. When a woman reaches that point, heaven pays attention, and that's when the perfect plan begins to unfold. There is a person headed your way, but they are not coming to save you. They are coming to see and value you. They will notice what others missed because those others were not meant for your kind of energy. The wrong people could only handle your feelings. The right person will respect your true self. The wrong ones wanted to take your energy. The right one will protect your life's goal. This next bond is not built on what feels easy. It is built on your shared calling. But understand this, God will always check your readiness by allowing you to be by yourself in spaces where you used to need company. He will remove the loud distractions until your peace is louder than their presence. That is how heaven knows you have moved forward, because when you stop chasing what left, you make room for what is coming. The one who is coming will not compete with your calm. They will add to your forward movement. They will not stop your growth. They will help it flourish. They will not ask you to become smaller so they can shine. They will celebrate your power because your light does not threaten their own goal. So do not mistake this quiet time as a sign of being forgotten. It is God working behind the scenes. God is building the version of you that can support the person he is about to send. The journey may feel lonely, but it is not being left alone. It is preparation. And when that person arrives, you will know them not by how they make you feel, but by how they help you become a better person. They are on their way. But heaven is waiting for you to stand tall, complete, and firm in who you are. So when they arrive, they will not finish you. They will match up with you. Before a true connection ever appears in your life, heaven will always deal with how you feel inside. Wholeness is the solid ground for every meaningful relationship. When a woman is whole, she no longer looks for someone to complete her. She becomes a person who naturally draws what is complete to her. Wholeness means you are no longer defined by what left you, hurt by who let you down, or dependent on who praises you. It means you have reached a place where your sense of self is not leaking out through your past hurts. God cannot trust the next part of your journey to a heart that is still bleeding from the last one. That is why before the right person comes, he starts to fix the hidden breaks inside you, those quiet corners where feeling rejected, fear, or comparison once lived. In that holy process, God is not punishing you. He is placing you in the right spot. He is building the ability to love without being easily broken, to feel joy that is not based on outside events, and to have peace that cannot be taken away. He removes your need to be picked so that you can finally choose wisely. Because when you act from emotional fullness, you no longer confuse attention for real love or controlling behavior for care. You begin to see clearly who comes to build something with you versus who comes to use you. The woman who is whole has a scent of stability that draws true partnerships toward her. She becomes a mirror that reflects God's order, and whoever is meant to join her path will see that reflection. So God's first step is not to send you a person. It is to make your own selfhood secure. He makes sure you are no longer reacting to things, but acting from deep understanding. No longer controlled by pain, but by your life's purpose. No longer waiting for love, but walking as love itself. Peace is the highest proof that you have matured. When a woman reaches the point where her calm no longer relies on who understands her, she steps into a level of spiritual power that few ever find. Many lose their balance because they long for approval. They want to be noticed, heard, or justified. But heaven measures strength by your ability to stand silently while still feeling safe. The moments of being misunderstood will always come to test what you believe about yourself. God allows people to misjudge you, not to harm you, but to make your peace stronger. If your stability wavers every time someone questions your worth, then your identity is still being fought over. But when you can stand still, even when people are misunderstanding you, it means your roots have gone deep enough to draw strength from a source no one can see. This kind of peace is not caring. It is self-assurance. It is the calm that comes from knowing that your life is written by a higher power. You no longer rush to explain yourself or prove you did nothing wrong because you understand that truth stands up for itself over time. When you walk with this knowledge, your spirit becomes quiet. Even when the world around you is loud, heaven sees that quiet strength as readiness. This inner stability attracts perfect alignment because God will not send connections full of purpose to a soul that is restless. The person on their way to you has a serious importance. They cannot build with someone who constantly gives in to other people's opinions. So God makes you strong first. He teaches you how to rest when others react, how to stand firm when others give up, and how to remain happy even when misunderstood. That is when peace becomes your proof and calm your plan. You stop needing applause to feel seen because your stillness has already caught heaven's notice. Every important connection in life shows the condition of your self-control. The person who is on their way to you will arrive not because you wished for it, but because you are ready. Wishing alone does not bring your path to you. Preparation does. Heaven acts according to order, not feelings. When your spirit, thoughts, and daily habits match your purpose, the right person naturally finds you. Not because you were looking, but because you became easy to see in the realm of purpose. You attract things based on how well you manage yourself, not your good intentions. If your feelings control your choices, you will meet people who reflect that lack of steadiness. But when wisdom guides your feelings, you begin to attract people who respect stability. God allows you to go through times where you must lead yourself before you can be led beside another person. It is a test of how well you can manage what you have been given. Can you manage your peace, your time, your vision, and your belief? Can you make choices without being pushed by loneliness or comparing yourself to others? These are not punishments. They are steps of preparation. The person coming into your life is not a reward. They are a serious responsibility. They will need to meet you at the level of your maturity so that the union leads to growth, not confusion. Heaven never sends good things to a mind that is divided. When your heart becomes consistent, when your words match what you do, and when your main goals match your prayers, your path recognizes you. That's when God releases the perfect connection because you have proven that you can protect what He gives. The right person is never late. They simply cannot arrive before you grow into the version of yourself that can sustain them. You are not waiting for someone to show up. You are growing into someone who can handle what shows up. The strength of a woman is proven not in comfort, but in change. It is easy to have faith when everything familiar stays the same, but the real test of self-assurance is your ability to stand steady when the ground beneath you moves. God often changes what you thought was lasting to show what within you is forever. When people change, opportunities leave, relationships end, He is not taking stability from you. He is teaching you that stability was never around you. It was always meant to be inside you. The woman who learns to remain calm during movement becomes unstoppable. She understands that change does not mean confusion. It means construction. Heaven often builds your future in the middle of disruption. When everything you depended on starts to shift, it is not a sign that you are losing. It is a sign that God is raising your foundation. The ability to remain calm when everything is uncertain shows that your trust has moved from people to purpose. You no longer need the approval of others to feel safe because you know who called you and who keeps you. That steadiness becomes your quiet authority. It tells life, I may not control what's changing, but I will control how I react. This kind of composure signals to heaven that you are ready for greater responsibility. God only gives responsibility to those who can remain balanced under pressure. The person on their way to you carries the weight of destiny, and they cannot build with someone easily shaken. So every change is a practice for the strength you will need in the next season. When you can stand firm in uncertainty, you prove that your foundation is holy, not just based on feelings. You show heaven that your peace no longer relies on things being predictable, but on your life's purpose. Every perfect connection is born from purpose, not from feeling empty. God never sends a person to fix what is broken in you. He sends them to start up what is already complete. When a woman is pushed by need, she will attract those who feed on her weaknesses. But when she is set on her vision, she draws those who respect her life's task. The goal of the one coming is not to replace what you lost, but to make what you already carry bigger. They are not sent to meet your emotional needs, but to strengthen your spiritual path. True connection is never dependence. It is a partnership in destiny. This is why God first teaches you how to stand alone. He wants you to know the difference between loneliness and readiness. Loneliness craves company. Readiness welcomes alignment. When your heart is healed and your focus is clear, you stop seeking comfort in people and start seeing the purpose behind them. You begin to ask, does this person push me closer to following God's plan, or do they pull me toward distraction? Because every person who comes into your life either increases your mission or divides your peace. The person on their way to you will arrive with a holy task tied to their presence. They will not simply enter your emotions, they will enter your calling. Their words will strengthen your faith, their actions will protect your focus, and their presence will awaken your self-control. Together you will build something that lasts forever, not just something based on pride. God does not bring people together for comfort. He joins them for His kingdom. And the clearest sign that a connection is perfect is that it does not wear you out. It helps you grow. It does not make you forget who you are. It reminds you of who you were born to become. Heaven will never introduce new people into old ways of doing things. Before the next relationship or perfect partnership arrives, God begins to change your inner environment. He cleans away the leftovers of what once controlled your feelings and resets the rhythm of your spirit. Many wonder why new connections seem slow to arrive, but the truth is that God's timing waits for God's order. God cannot pour something holy into a vessel still shaped by habits that go against its purpose. So He breaks up familiar patterns, your way of thinking, reacting, and getting attached, so that the next person who enters your life finds peace, not broken pieces. This inner change often feels uneasy because you are being separated from versions of yourself that could not hold on to the blessing. You start to lose interest in the conversations that once amused you, the places that once made you feel better, and the people who once understood you. It is not rejection, it is making you purer. Heaven is cleaning your spirit from emotional patterns that once felt normal but no longer fit your next season. The silence, the distance, the sudden breakups. These are not just chance happenings. They are God's way of guarding the purity of what is coming. When your inner environment changes, your standards change. You no longer put up with inconsistency because your spirit recognizes the cost of it. You start longing for depth over drama, true match over attention, and purpose over comfort. By the time the person meant for you arrives, your heart will have been changed to receive them without fighting it. They will not find confusion in you. They will find clarity. They will not have to heal you to love you. They will be free to build with you. That is why heaven always cleans your environment before releasing a perfect connection, making sure the new has room to breathe where the old once ruled. Peace is the final sign that a perfect arrival is close. When the inner battles end, the doors of destiny open. God often allows long times of emotional trouble to teach you that true calm cannot be found in outside events. It must be built within. You will notice this change when you no longer wake up thinking over what happened, when your heart no longer flinches at the mention of old names, when you can remember without living the pain again. That is the peace that follows your freedom. It is not forgetting, it is being in control. You no longer fight to forget, you simply move past what used to hurt you. This peace is heaven's proof that your spirit has found its proper place. You are no longer controlled by reaction, and your ability to judge becomes clearer because your feelings are no longer noisy. The storms that once took over your life now serve as lessons, not prisons. God waits for this maturity before sending a perfect connection, because the one who is coming cannot heal what you refuse to let go of. They are meant to build with you, not fix you. Peace proves you are now safe to be blessed. In this stage, silence feels holy. Being alone feels like it strengthens you, and stillness feels natural. You no longer chase after things to feel complete, because peace has become your completion. You can finally see people as they are without bitterness, and that clear sight attracts alignment. The atmosphere around you begins to change. Doors open easily, deep conversations start, and favor begins to find you. What you once begged for now flows toward you because peace has cleared the path. The person meant for you will not come into a storm. They will come into a calm. Heaven only sends destiny where serenity has been established, because peace is the welcome mat for a perfect arrival. Listen up, girl. This next time in your life is not about sitting around hoping someone shows up to make life better. No, it's about walking so strongly in your peace and purpose that when they do show up, they find you already shining. The person who is coming is not a prize for getting through pain. They are a partner for your destiny. You had to learn how to stand by yourself so you would know what true connection feels like when it comes. You have already moved past chaos, and heaven noticed. That's why things became quiet, because peace always appears before a major step forward. So hold on to that calm. Hold on to that confidence. Keep walking in that strength that doesn't need to shout, but still makes a big impact. You have been improved, not rejected. You have been made ready, not punished. The one on their way is not coming to complete you. They are coming to see and value you. And when they arrive, it won't feel like a huge explosion. It will feel like coming home, because finally, peace met purpose, and purpose met partnership.